Hey guys, want to talk to you, Josh from Solution Based, want to talk to you about condensers. We're going to do 3 different types of condensers today. This one's a mini split, we're going to do a conventional, and then we're going to do a horizontal discharge York condenser that actually is kind of like in between the two systems. Takes the best out of both worlds. So this is the mini split that was inside upstairs that we looked at. It's a horizontal discharge. This has inverter technology in it. This thing runs on DC, which is not the type of electric. We have AC in our homes. This inverts it to DC, and what that DC allows it to do is much more efficiently and effectively control the modulation. That's how much capacity this thing gives at any given time. So if it goes, at 100% capacity, you're getting all 1.5 tons or 18,000 BTUs, and it can modulate, it can step back is what it can do. And what that does is makes it tremendously efficient. You come in and you jack the heat up to 80, it'll give you 80, and then it'll back off to 50% capacity to be able to just maintain 80, we'll say. Or it might even be able to back down to 12% or 18%. And each different unit has a different ability, amount of modulation, turn down ratio it's called, that allows it to modulate up and down. These units should be cleaned yearly. They should be sprayed down. They should have condenser cleaner put on them when it is necessary. If it's not necessary, don't. It's acidic. If you can get a good cleaning without any products or just use evap cleaner, I recommend that. It is a heat pump, so it does heating and cooling. So you're always going to want to see an outdoor heat pump on risers like this. Why? Because this runs in the winter. And what do we have in the winter? We have leaves and snow and all that stuff. And when the bottom of the system is sitting in all that mess and operating, it rots the bottom of the coil and the bottom of the machine out. So heat pumps should always be on the heat pump legs or heat pump risers such as this. It's important that they are installed level because there's oil inside this compressor. This is a condenser, compressor's inside. Inside the compressor, there's oil. And like when you start your car on a hill, the oil's out of the pan when you start it. That's bad for your engine. The same thing if you have a unit that's been sitting, leaning on its side for years. Every time it starts up, it's beating up on it because it doesn't have the proper lubrication at startup. So we're going to want to make sure that this guy is level. Stone base, like you see here, if you can see it, is important for that. We want to make sure that we have a nice, flat, tamped base. I don't put concrete down for them. I think stone is better because stone has a tendency to absorb the vibration, where on concrete, you can get it vibrating and can actually walk across the concrete pad. Not saying a concrete pad's wrong, just saying my preference is stone because it does absorb that. These things do have a defrost cycle because this is actually, what's coming out of there is significantly colder than the outside air. When these things are running, they can create frost, and there's a defrost cycle, and that can look like water vapor or steam. It's not steam, but it can look like what you would think is steam in the wintertime, and that is normal. These tend to do that very little. Traditional ones do it more. So that is a typical mini split condenser.